Hello and welcome to official Xbox 360 Magazine's OXM report. Now, 2009 has been a fantastic year for games, but what are the OXM team's personal favourites from the last year?
Medium left.
Get it up! Get it up!
Security breach in level B2.
My favourite game of 2009 came out of the blue, really. Trials HD just really surprised me. You know, when you get an XBLA game, you're not really expecting the value for money of a retail title. But for that game, it was just like I was playing it every single night for about a good month. And I'd never really heard of the game before, but some of the guys from our PC magazines of Future, they've been playing it on the PC for quite some time. And they were saying how good they were at it, and to me, that's like waving a red flag at a bull. So I was like, well, I've got to beat them at this. Trials HD is a motorcycling game, motocross game, but it's got like puzzle elements and stuff in it as well. And you're really kind of battling against yourself and the clock and the leaderboards, and it's got this furiously addictive quality. You can restart every time you make a mistake by pushing the back button, but this means you never really know when to quit. You know, you just kind of make one little mistake, you're back to the start, make another little mistake, back to the start, and you kind of go on it for maybe like 10 minutes. You think I'm just kind of a quick go. And then after that, you're on it for like 4 or 5 hours. And it really is. It's a great game, but it ruined my life for about a good month. But you know, that's what good games are about. And I think it really surprised me how much I got out of what is just an XBLA game, really. So.
The warden.
Hurry! We're losing him, Doc!
The joke's on you.
Tough competition, though, I have to say, for 2009, but ultimately it has to be Batman Arkham Asylum, simply because it keys in to the Batman mythos and excels at being an excellent game. It's a licensed game, and it actually rocks, because historically, licensed games, not entirely brilliant, to say the very least. But there is a moment in the game that really messes with your head, messes with your perceptions of what games can do, and it's fantastic, so look forward to that. Do not get Arkham Asylum 2 wrong. That's my personal thing for Rocksteady. Make sure it rocks even more.
It's been a really, really good year for action games, but I'm a bit of a petrol head at heart, so I think my favourite game was probably Colin McRae Dirt 2. I think it really brought back the excitement into racing games. There's a real festival atmosphere, and you know, everything about that game is exciting and fast and glamorous and noisy. I think the previous Dirt game was maybe a kind of transitional period between, you know, the old school Colin McRae games and what an off-road game should be these days, and I think Dirt 2, they've really nailed the atmosphere. In terms of highlights, I really like the Trailblazer races. They're massive, wide open point-to-point races, the most powerful cars in the game, and they're just ludicrously fast. It's like the pod race from episode 1. It's just insane. And playing online with those and watching people cartwheeling through the air because they've screwed up a corner is pretty exhilarating.
I think my game of 2009 is Left 4 Dead 2, which is slightly offbeat choice because it came out just a year after Left 4 Dead. It's still structurally the same game, obviously, but the changes they made and the improvements they've added and the way they're expanding it already with the DLC they've got, it's just I really love the way it works, and I think even now I'm playing it more than Modern Warfare, which is kind of the game I was expecting to play more of, and I just think I'm probably going to be playing it for most of 2010 as well. The highlights of Left 4 Dead 2 for me are just the way each of the campaigns kind of messes around with the sort of standard game type. Like the particular highlight is Heavy Rain, where it's kind of where there's the weather effects, and it kind of and you have to go out and you come back and it's filling up with water, and there's the carnival levels, which I mean they rearrange themselves a little bit anyway, but often when you play them online they tend to be a little bit different because some people will try and go off and get the gnome achievement or mess around with the machines, and there's just this sort of better, you know, there's more room for things to be a bit different and usually a bit more disastrous every time you play it. You know, there's just a bit more room for something for it to be different from the last time, and then of course they've got the extra the scavenger mode, and there's just more stuff to do, and it's just I just play it, and you can just sort of, and I just like come in of an evening, like fire it up, whack a button, join a game in progress, and you're in, and something's happening, and it's a good time.
Whether you agree or disagree with the OXM team, make your voice heard by heading to www.oxm.co.uk and voting for your favourites in the OXM Awards.